Viewers, this is a Times Now mega exclusive. In the special broadcast, we are revealing some chilling details of the terror link to the November 24th Sambhal violence. Intelligence inputs that have been accessed by Times Now have categorized Sambhal as a hotspot area, with Mohalla Deepa Sarai, Turtipur Laha, as well as Sarai Tareen and Mohalla Hindupura Kheda as its epicenter. These are areas that have been prone to radicalization as per these inputs, and in fact radical thinking as well, as reflected in the past cases that have been seen here in Sambhal. Several cases of hawala transactions, arms smuggling and vehicle theft have been reported from these areas. And in fact, viewers, just yesterday, we exposed a D-gang link to the violence there. A close aide of Dawood, Sharik Sata, is the prime suspect in the Sambhal violence and is on the radar of probe agencies. Sharik Sata from the Deepa Sarai area of Sambhal fled to Dubai on a fake passport and is suspected of working for the D company. And in fact, it's not just the Dawood link, but now agencies are also probing the sketchy past of Sambhal residents who went on to join different terror outfits, including Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State. Let's take a look at some of these names one by one. And these are the breaking inputs that are coming in as far as the residents of Sambhal are concerned. This is Sharjeel Akhtar, who's a resident of the Mahmood Khan area. The sketchy details of these information that have been coming out, and intel notes that have been pointing out about the terror link as far as Sambhal is concerned. That's the intelligence input that we're looking at this point of time. The past of Sambhal residents is what we are breaking right here on Times Now as far as the role of these individuals are concerned. Let me quickly go across to my colleague Pradeep Datta for more on this. Pradeep, take us through what exactly is the link that is established as far as this particular intelligence note that you've accessed is concerned, and how is it linked directly to the Sambhal violence that we've seen over a month ago take place?
Let me explain, viewers, that on November 24th, there was a stone pelting while the survey was being conducted inside Jama Masjid Mosque. That was the time from within the mob somebody opened fire, and because of which 4 people lost lives, and even some of the police personnel also got the bullet injuries. After 3-4 days, when the forensic team went over to that place, they were able to recover empty cartridge. On that empty cartridge, it was clearly mentioned it is made in Pakistan Ordnance Factory, and some of them were made in United States of America. So finally, they started investigating this matter, and they found that there can be one prime suspect. His name is Sharik Sata, who, as you rightly said, he fled to Dubai, and from Dubai he is operating. And they found that this Sharik Sata was also in touch with some of the Al-Qaeda guys, as one of them had been identified as Saeed Akhtar. He's said to have gone missing in 1998, and later on the security agencies found that he had been working for Al-Qaeda and Islamic State, and is operating from Afghanistan. Then there is another person called Sharjeel Akhtar. He went missing in 2012. He is fugitive since then, and he's also working for Al-Qaeda. And then there is one Usman alias Chotu. He got in touch with, he also went to Pakistan, and then started operating from Pakistan-Afghanistan border. He got in touch with Sanaul Haq. Sanaul Haq later on died in fighting with the American forces in Afghanistan. And then there are 2 more persons who are right now in Nakhasa area. They're operating from there. They had been arrested for 7 years.
Let's quickly recap this, Pradeep. And in fact, Priyank Tripathi also joining us with some more breaking inputs on the story. This is what we are trying to talk about as far as the residents of Sambhal are concerned. Saeed Akhtar is suspected to have joined Al-Qaeda ISIS in Afghanistan. This is as per intelligence inputs. Saeed Akhtar missing since 1998 is the information available. Sharjeel Akhtar is the next individual who has been fugitive since 2012. He is suspected to have joined the Al-Qaeda IS as well. Usman is a resident of Deepa Sarai, took the HUM training in Pakistan in 1999. As per the intelligence inputs, he left India in July 2012. Associated with the Sanaul Haq at Afghan Pak region is the information coming in. Sanaul Haq is, of course, resident of Deepa Sarai, served as chief of Al-Qaeda in 2019, killed in a joint US-Afghanistan strike in Helmand province is the information coming in. Mohammad Asif and Zafar Masood are residents of Deepa Sarai, arrested and jailed for recruiting youths for Al-Qaeda IS as well. This is the information that we have. All right, we have some more breaking news coming in, and in fact, let me go across to my colleague Priyank on this, because this link as far as Al-Qaeda and Sambhal is concerned has been highlighted in the Delhi Police 2015 charge sheet as well. Insiders from the terror outfit have admitted that youth of Sambhal were radicalized and made to join terrorist organizations, and the Qaeda-IS terrorists were considered youth icons in Sambhal. These youth were taken to Pakistan and Jammu and Kashmir for training is what the 2015 charge sheet talks about. They are considered a youth icon as well, and not just the fact that they have been taken there, the terror network spreads across Pakistan, Iran and Turkey as well. So this is as far as the youth being taken to various other parts for training. Let's go across to Priyank for more on this. Priyank, very, very important, because this shows that this kind of links that are now beginning to emerge of cross-border, there were questions being raised as to how ammunition from other countries was found, so on and so forth. But now it is beginning to emerge that these links exist in Sambhal and have been there for over a decade, and all of that is on record.
Yes, certainly, Madhav, since the last 10 years, Times Now has visited Sambhal quite a lot of time, but that used to be for the terror link. We are talking about the cases which started in 2012 when Asif, one of the residents of Sambhal, managed to flee from India in 2013. And he landed in Quetta, he reached to Tehran, and there he met Maulana Asif Umar, and later to that Sanaul Haq also, who was the head of the AQIS at that particular time period. At Quetta, he also met the Bhatkal brothers, and after that he wanted to come back. He was detained in Tehran, and later to that, when he contacted Indian agencies, he was brought back here. And Delhi Police Special Cell, which managed to unearth the larger conspiracy of the Sambhal terror link, had written in 2015 also that how youths were indoctrinated, and you'll be amazed to know, Madhav, that in 2015 and 16 era, when journalists used to go to this Deepak Sarai area, it was very difficult for any of the journalists to enter that particular area without protection. Now things have changed because of the crackdown which has been done by the UP police. So things are changing, but certainly these things are of the terror linkage of Deepak Sarai. Then
well, shocking details that are emerging, certainly, Priyank as well as Pradeep. I'd like to thank both of you for bringing us these exclusive breaking inputs right here on Times Now. And why is all of this important? Because this is happening in the midst of a massive controversy that's taking place in Sambhal. And as these shocking details surface, the politics doesn't seem to be ending over Sambhal violence. AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi has claimed that land belonging to the Waqf board was looted for the construction of a police outpost. According to sources, this police chowki is being constructed for security purposes in light of the November 24th violence. However, Owaisi's comment has triggered a massive political showdown. Sambhal's district magistrate has refuted Owaisi's allegations and has even said that there was absolutely no document to show that it was Waqf land. The BJP's hit back at Owaisi, accusing him of fear-mongering, and justified the construction of the police outpost for security purposes. Listen in to that political fight as well.
सत्यव्रत पुलिस चौकी के विषय में कल भी हमें कुछ दस्तावेज दिए गए थे, आज भी कुछ दस्तावेज हमें दिए गए, उन सभी की जांच की गई है। सबसे पहली बात, कोई भी प्रभावी और विधिक पक्षकार हमारे पास अभी कोई नहीं आया है। जो लोग लेके आए वो इसके पक्षकार भी नहीं है। दूसरा, जो डॉक्यूमेंट हमें दिए गया है वो रजिस्टर्ड भी नहीं है। तो प्राइमा फेसी ऐसा कोई एविडेंस नहीं है कि जिसके आधार पे किसी की भी जो ये लैंड है वो सिद्ध होती हो। और ये हमारी नगर पालिका के आबादी के अंदर भी दर्ज है और आबादी में नगर पालिका की संपत्ति के रूप में भी दर्ज है। तो यदि किसी प्रकार का कोई नया दस्तावेज आता है तो उसका हम परीक्षण करेंगे, जांच करेंगे और जो भी नियमानुसार होगा वो करने का प्रयास करेंगे।
साल बदल गया, मानसिकता नहीं बदली। जिस प्रकार से संभल के नाम पर भड़काओ भाईजान कमेटी एक बार फिर से काम पर, असदुद्दीन ओवैसी ट्वीट करके कहते हैं कि संभल में वक्फ की जमीन पर पुलिस चौकी बनाई जा रही है और पुलिस चौकी का बनना ये डेंजरस एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट करता है। पुलिस को 15 मिनट हटा देना ये डेंजरस नहीं है, पुलिस चौकी बनाना डेंजरस है इनके लिए। और
All right, let's take this across to our guest now. Joining us is Sharat Trivedi, BJP spokesperson. We have, in fact, Major General G.D. Bakshi also joining us on the show. We have also with us Danish Qureshi, political analyst with us. Pooja Mishra, national spokesperson of Samajwadi Party, also joins us on the broadcast. Let me start first with General Bakshi. General Bakshi, very shocking information coming in of terror links that have now been looked at very closely in terms of the finding of ammunition from other countries right there in Sambhal. At first, people couldn't believe it. There were serious questions about the authenticity and veracity of these reports. But now with this intelligence note being accessed, with the previous charge sheets coming out of the public domain, this is very serious.
It indeed is very serious. You see, problems that are made to look like law and order are now turning out to have a very insidious or internal security dimension with external linkages. That is what is disconcerting. The Al-Qaeda wants to jump into the fray to magnify minor local issues into huge implications for our internal security. The kind of connections that your channel has highlighted is worrying. It's worrying. People who have been members of the Al-Qaeda, people who have been members of the Hizbul Mujahideen, people who were linked with the Bhatkal brothers, people who have been as far as Tehran and to Turkey, which is becoming another, claiming to be the caliphate, the head of the new caliphate of the world. They are interfering in India's internal matters. They have no business, no locus standi. But the intention is to stake such riots, such troubles, magnify local issues into huge conflagrations so that they become communal cauldrons, leading to rioting and worse and arson. And all this is not just by happenstance instances, but these are very meticulously planned to trigger such violence, to trigger such large-scale unrest, use emotive ammunition and try and scale up the level of the conflagration. This is unacceptable. We can't take this lying down.
Let me quickly bring in some of our other panelists.
All these details have come out.
Absolutely. Let me bring in some of our other panelists. Danish Qureshi, when initially there were some reports of violence, it was all being blamed at the doorstep of the police. Later, the police said they were also fired upon. There were videos of some of the protesters holding ammunition. There were ammunition which has now been recovered, which was from different countries. That too was a claim that many opposition parties had completely denied. They said that it is incorrect. But now with this linkages coming in of various international organizations such as ISIS, such as Al-Qaeda, etc., there are very serious questions that are now emerging as to what really is the cause and the root cause of the violence that took place there in Sambhal.
माधव, मैं तो सिर्फ इतना ही कहूंगा शुरुआत से लेके अब तक कि सबसे पहले तो जितनी भी कैजुअलिटी हुई जिसमें 5 लोग मारे गए उसमें से कोई भी वेपन्स ऐसा नहीं या कोई भी बुलेट ऐसा नहीं निकला जो देश के बाहर से कहीं से इस्तेमाल किया गया हो। ये तो रिकॉर्ड पे हमारे सामने नजर आता है। इसके बाद दूसरे नंबर की बात मैं आपको बताता हूं कि मैं जिनके पास थोड़ी बहुत जहनियत हमारी मिली तो हमने बहुत सारी चीजें सीखी थी डॉक्टर मुकुल सिन्हा साहब से। वो एडवोकेट थे जो बहुत सारे मैटर्स में मोदी और अमित शाह के जमाने में लड़ते थे। वो अब अक्सर एक बात कहा करते थे कि जब बीजेपी फंस जाती है तो सलीम जावेद की स्टोरी लेकर चली आती है। अब सवाल आगे ये खड़ा रहता है कि जिस देश में बाबरी मस्जिद का फैसला आया तब भी एक सिंगल स्टोन पैल्ट नहीं हुआ पूरे देश में। उसके बाद आप संभल की एक स्टोरी बना के लेके ला रहे। ठीक है, आप फैक्ट लेके आइए, आप चीजें लेके आएंगी तो चीजें अपने आप खुल जाएंगी। लेकिन हम
ये सलीम जावेद की स्टोरी क्या है? इसमें पथराव हुआ है, ये तो स्टोरी नहीं है। वायलेंस हुई है, कौन जिम्मेदार है, इस पे डिबेट चर्चा हो सकती है। लेकिन जो हम आपको आज इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहे हैं ये एक इंटेलिजेंस नोट है जिसके द्वारा लिखा गया है कि किस तरह वहां पे इंटरनेशनल टेरर ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के लिंक सामने आ रहे हैं। अब इसमें सलीम जावेद की स्टोरी कहां आती है दानिश जी?
इंटेलिजेंस का रिपोर्ट तो ये भी था कि वहां पर इस तरह का हंगामा हो सकता था, क्या हुआ? उस पर कोई एक्शन हुआ? प्रार एक्शन तो नहीं हुआ। एसडीएम साहब के जो ऑर्डर थे कि बल का प्रयोग इस तरह से नहीं करना है कि किसी की जान हानि हो, उसके बावजूद भी एसडीएम साहब का ऑर्डर नहीं माना गया और गोलियां चली आपके सामने है। तो ये सारी चीजें तो हमारे सामने नजर आ रही हैं।
Okay, Sharad Trivedi, there was intelligence also which could have prevented this, but I'd like you to counter him because he says there is absolutely no information of any foreign cartridge or banned bore. But the reports that we saw at that point of time right after the violence were to the contrary. Sharad Trivedi.
Madhav, good evening and very happy new year to all of you. Mr. Danish Qureshi is a known agent provocator. He comes with pure imagination, and if he has got concrete information of what had happened, he has probably better information than the security agencies. He knows who was shot, he knows which weapon was used, he knows which bullet was used, he knows how this massacre was carried out. So he should join the police and the investigation and give the information. The reason why these things are happening in Uttar Pradesh is that because the swamp that was created by the opposition, including AIMIM and Samajwadi Party, they were the people who created the ecosystem. Azamgarh, Muzaffarnagar, Moradabad, Sambhal, Rampur. These are the places where this cesspool was created, which got the people indoctrinated, and they went abroad. As your reporters have been saying, that they went to Afghanistan, they went to Dubai, they are operating from there. Where we have been hunting these people from the time that our government came in power in Uttar Pradesh. That is the reason why not a single bomb explosion has taken place, not a single shooting incident has taken place, not a single, terror is absolutely out of Uttar Pradesh.
Okay, who's responsible for enabling this environment? Pooja Mishra. Mr. Sharad Trivedi is saying that it is other political parties who've actually enabled such individuals who have now links with the D company emerging, links with Al-Qaeda emerging. How would you like to respond to Mr. Sharad Trivedi?
बीजेपी हैज दिस एजेंडा टू डाइवर्ट दी अटेंशन। उनको लगता है कि अभी लॉ एंड ऑर्डर मेंटेन हुआ नहीं, अगर ये इनका विजिलेंट पहले से रहा होता तो ऐसी घटना ही नहीं घटती। तो इनका बहुत साफ साफ तरीका हो जाता है कि सारी चीजों को डाइवर्ट करके आप लेकर के चले जाओ अपोजिशन में। आप सेंटर में हैं 2014 से, आप उत्तर प्रदेश में हैं 2017 से, और डेस्पाइट ऑफ दैट कि आप अभी बात कर रहे थे, आपके न्यूज ने ही बताया कि 2015 में 2016 में ये सारे रिकॉर्ड्स हैं कि यहाँ पे इस तरीके की चीजें होती है, उसके बावजूद भी यू वर वेटिंग फॉर दिस इंसिडेंट टू हैपन एंड देन कि फिर हम अपोजिशन के ऊपर सारा ब्लेम करेंगे। दे हैव दिस एजेंडा कि ब्लेम चालू करो, हमारी तो रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती नहीं है, हमारा फेलियर तो है ही नहीं। क्या कर रही थी इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसीज? विजिलेंट क्या, आप क्यों नहीं पहले से विजिलेंट थे? आपको पहले से जानकारी नहीं थी? इतनी सारी
let's also remember that Mr. Bark, who's one of the accused, is a member of your party, is it not? And he's a member of parliament from your party, rather.
Of course, he's member of parliament from our party. और जब वहाँ पे इंसिडेंट हुआ, he wasn't present there. अभी अगर FIR,
but yet he is accused of being one of those who's responsible for mobilizing the crowd.
Let me answer Madhav. तो फिर कन्विक्शन क्या किया? अगर वो एक्यूज्ड है, आप अगर विदाउट प्रूफ एक्यूज बना रहे हो तो उसको कन्विक्शन क्यों नहीं किया? यही तो प्रॉब्लम है कि आपके पास भी कोई प्रूफ नहीं होता, जस्ट टू डाइवर्ट द अटेंशन आप कोई ना कोई थ्योरी लेकर के आएंगे, कोई ना कोई स्टोरी लेकर के आएंगे। नाउ यू आर सेइंग दैट ही इज अक्यूज्ड, क्यों कन्विक्शन नहीं हुआ? व्हाई ही इज फ्री?
Sharad Trivedi,
आप एक्यूज कहते हो बिकॉज़ यू डोंट हैव द एविडेंस।
Okay, I'm allowing the question. Sharad Trivedi, that claim is being made without any basis. The prosecution as far as Mr. Bark is concerned has not happened, and it was a claim made without any evidence to back it up. Please respond to what is being stated by the SP spokesperson.
These are the people who went to the court in 2012 to get the terrorists released. These are the people who said, Mr. Akhilesh Yadav is on record, who said कि जो STF का ट्रेनिंग सेंटर जो लखनऊ में खुला था तो उससे देश नहीं टूटा था, लेकिन जब देवबंद में खुला तो he said कि इससे सांप्रदायिक सौहार्द खत्म हो जाएगा, इससे देश टूट जाएगा. These are the people who are coming out with these ideas. We have effectively dealt with the terrorism in Uttar Pradesh since Mani Yogi ji's government has come. Not a single incident has taken place. There is a certain reason behind it. The sleeper cells have been put to sleep, and we've been hunting them within the country and without the country, abroad also. So this is the reason why there's total peace and security in Uttar Pradesh, and when these things come out, we go after these people, and you're going to see that these people are going to be brought to book. we are not going to spare anybody, no matter who, but the cesspool and the ecosystem these people have created.
There's a larger problem here, Pooja Mishra, that the BJP spokesperson is referring to a problem of terror appeasement and of going soft on terror, which your government, when it was in power, is being accused of by the BJP. Respond to that.
माधव, अगर ये लोग जो सॉफ्ट नहीं है टेरर को लेकर के, तो इनके यहाँ पर टेरर बढ़ता चला जा रहा है। अभी आप संभल की जो घटना को लेकर के देखिए, तो अगर ये हो रहा था लॉ एंड ऑर्डर मेंटेन नहीं हुआ, कैसा इंटेलिजेंस है कि आपको ये नहीं पता चला। यू आर स्टेटिंग दैट द बीजेपी और द लेटर यू आर जस्ट साइटिंग कि वहां से बाहर से देश से आ गया, क्या समाजवादी पार्टी बाहर देश को डील करती है? आप कैसे बात करो? बॉर्डर्स तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के हाथ में होता है ना। इंटेलिजेंस क्या कर रहे हैं कि आपके बाहर से यहाँ पे चीजें आ जा रही हैं, यहाँ पे घटनाक्रम हो जा रहा है, उसके बाद में आप बैठते हो, उसके बाद में भी आपको पता नहीं चलता है, ये चलता चला जाता है, उसके बाद में आपको लगता है कि ये तो हमारे ऊपर आ रहा है।
Let me bring in General Bakshi on that. General Bakshi, you know, this is the unfortunate political discourse that we have even on matters like terror. We unfortunately see divisions on party lines, but the larger question is this: these are no friends of India. These are people who have joined terror organizations. Can't we somewhere get a consensus on at least matters such as terror, which are so sensitive in nature and so difficult for us to deal with, and we've great difficulty been able to combat over the past several decades?
No, you see, when a person has affiliations with the Al-Qaeda, with the ISIS, those are internationally proscribed terrorist groups of a very vicious kind. How can you ignore that element altogether when it sort of results into a riot situation on the ground? Then these are instigated riots. These are triggered riots, especially by agent provocateurs who have had their training, their motivation, their instigation from outside. Right. And that is a dangerous angle. You cannot afford to ignore that.
Well, agencies are probing all of these angles, and certainly, of course, the revelations are absolutely shocking, which our reporters have been bringing for our viewers. But we'll have to leave it there. Sharat Trivedi, General GK Bakshi, as well as Pooja Mishra and Danish Qureshi, thanks so much for joining us this evening.